What's going on, Halloween fanatics? When you hear the name Laurie Strode or Jamie Lee Curtis mentioned with Halloween, more often than not, most fans are like, not this woman again. But that's never really been the case with me, and I don't mind Laurie Strode, but I also didn't mind the movies that didn't have her in it. And that's why I respect Resurrection doing what no one in the franchise was willing to do, and that's kill her off. And look, it made sense for that timeline, but for this Blumhouse trilogy, I think the smart and satisfying thing to do is keep Laurie Strode alive in Halloween Ends, and once and for all to end the franchise properly. And look, Michael Myers has survived every single Halloween movie. Would it really be that interesting seeing him survive yet again? That wouldn't be scary to me. But what would be scary is Laurie Strode surviving. But everyone around her has been murdered. Allison, Hawkins, Karen, everyone she knows in Haddonfield is dead. And she's the only one left, crippled and battered, maybe paralyzed, living this miserable life mentally, physically, and emotionally on the daily. And it would be like her suffering eternally. And y'all know how Michael Myers left in 1978 and we didn't know where he was? It was scary. Or look at the end of Halloween 5, how Jamie Lloyd was left stranded at the end and the whole jailhouse just blown to pieces. That's a little girl and you just felt like, I hope she survived that night. And I look at this the same way with Laurie Strode surviving in Halloween Ends. And the notion that Allison should be the final girl because this is her arc, that doesn't really make sense. And in Halloween 2018, she was forgettable. If anything, Karen and Laurie has carried this story. Karen was the one being trained and taken away as a child because the way Laurie Strode was acting. And it was Laurie Strode trying to build that relationship back with her daughter Karen in Halloween 2018. And even in the climax of the movie, it was like a handicap match. It was Karen and Laurie versus Michael. And in Halloween Kills, Karen arguably had the most valuable role in the movie. And even at the end of the extended cut, Karen was killed and Laurie Strode said, "I'm coming for you, Michael." And it was those two. I mean, she picked up the phone and she called Karen and, that was that connection. And what was Allison doing? She was getting coddled by the police. Now, let me backtrack for a second. Now, I said Laurie Strode and Karen was trying to kindle their relationship. But really, Allison was the one trying to, bring them closer together. But ultimately, it was their story. It was Laurie Strode and Karen trying to, make amends meet and, defeat Michael Myers. So, before you even attack me on that, that's what I mean. Laurie Strode and Karen, that's the common denominator. But like I keep saying, Allison was an afterthought after Halloween Kills. And then at the end of Halloween Kills, like I mentioned, they showed Laurie Strode being the main focus. Yet again, she was walking down that aisle with that knife saying, "I'm coming for you, Michael." Her daughter was killed and she's trying to get revenge because Michael killed her daughter. So, like I said, Allison is a non-factor. And this is not her story, but the fans are being convinced that Halloween Ends will be her story and nothing else, and I just can't see it. And people were saying the same thing about Halloween 2018 whenever she gripped the knife at the end on the truck, and the fanboys said, "Hey, this is a passing of the torch moment." Unlike Laurie in 1978, Allison is holding on to the knife. But as you see in Halloween Kills, what did she do with that same knife? And I said this in previous videos. She gave it back to Laurie Strode, the real final girl. So where was the passing of the torch moment? Like I said, this is not Allison's story. This is Laurie Strode's story. Laurie Strode is the real final girl. And this is the reason why Blumhouse brought this trilogy into existence. And I just think it would be a great plot twist to have Laurie Strode survive because everyone wants Allison to be this final girl. And I mean everyone. Everyone expecting Laurie Strode to die at the end of the movie or maybe in the middle of the movie. And I really don't want that to happen. I mean, let Laurie Strode survive. And maybe you don't even kill off Hawkins. Have Laurie Strode and Hawkins live and they ride out into the sunset. You can do it that way. But why would you set Allison up as the new final girl when this is going to be the last Halloween movie? There is no purpose for that. And if you do continue the series, then Michael Myers is definitely going to be supernatural. What Blumhouse is trying to tell you that he's not supernatural. And not only that, Michael Myers is going to be years older with more damage. And would you really want Allison or Andy Matichak to lead the box office in your next Halloween movie and the audience not knowing who in the world this girl is? I'm pretty sure Blumhouse wouldn't take that risk anyway. But, you know, these Halloween fanboys want Allison to be the next final girl for whatever reason. But anyway, what do you all feel about this? Do you think Laurie Strode should survive to end this whole Halloween franchise? I think it'll be a good service, and it'll be a plot twist that really shouldn't be a plot twist because these fanboys want Allison to be the final girl. But anyway, I think Andy Matichak character should be killed off in the middle of the movie, or maybe in the beginning of the movie to make it intense. But that's neither here or there. So yeah, what do you all think about all of this? Do you think Laurie Strode should survive? Let me know down below in the comment section. And if you love any and everything Halloween, horror movie, paranormal stuff, check out my channel. And if you like my content, then subscribe and hit that notification button so you can see every time I upload. As always, be safe. Peace.